This is a Black Man with Hands production. Another edition of Talking Shit, DeAndre. Got a lot to cover. I'm going to go on long because there's a lot to talk about. Apparently there's this 14-year-old kid that's on the radio somewhere in the Midwest. Combination of Glenn Beck and Strom Thurmond and all these people combined with the Rush Limbaugh comb-over, metaphorically, talk about how Barack is making people gay. Okay, Barack is making people gay because kids in his town are turning gay because of Barack Obama. And as a kindergartner, he knew these kids and they weren't gay at the time. Okay, this is bullshit. Okay, this is another. I mean, it's like they're pulling out Piccadilly Circus, metaphorically, to stop the progressives from moving forward, okay? Who wants to go back to the 50s? Raise your hand, all right? If he really wants to go back to the 50s, this little boy, then take away that microphone and give him a sewing machine and put him in a factory and put his ass in some sort of a, what do they call those places? Child mills where you have to work all day, like make rugs and blankets all day. Fucking bastard! I can't. He kind of looks gay. No, part of what I watched the show. I just watched it. I'm uncomfortable with it because of the bullying, and you have seen my take on bullying. There's a lot of you watching that. I appreciate that. When you have somebody like that with a microphone and a big mouth saying all this harsh stuff to kids, it can be damaging. I worked with children for over 16 years. And it can be damaging, you know. You can't be saying that kind of stuff in such a small community because then the witch hunt starts, right? Then everybody's running around trying to figure out who's gay. And then the next thing you know, some kid kills himself because everybody knows and that person wasn't coming out and blah, 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 blah. You know, that's why when the guy got off for putting his friend's sexual behavior on the video online and exploiting the guy, and the guy went and killed himself. He wasn't a kid, but he was pretty young. That's the kind of animosity that he says that homosexuality sickens him. My problem with homophobic people is that they're really disturbing. They don't realize how draconian their thought pattern is. And the only thing that they can rest their homophobia on is religiosity and their own inner curiosity, maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not upset because certain people are certain things all the time. You know, not to the point where I'm calling them out as if they're some sort of species from another planet. For example, I have an Asian friend. I'm not all pissed off at within myself because he's an Asian, or I have female friends. You know, I'm not mad at myself and I'm not mad at society because women exist. I'm not angry because gays exist. You know, I'm not angry because black people are real. I mean, being upset about real things is kind of weird to me. It's kind of bizarre. You know, we are who we are. If you don't want to deal with gay people, then just think about how much gay people probably don't want to deal with you, partner, and break even, you know. I mean, the idea that this kid has like a show and a stage and a big mouth without proper parental, you know what? They can even let him say what he wants. So my mother used to tell me, it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. If he's got parents that care about him not being alienated, then they would probably want to vet that show he's doing and really get into some kind of other way of expressing his discomfort with the homosexual community. One thing he could possibly do is not worry about it since he's allegedly not gay. Now, this idea that it's turning people gay is a farce, and he needs to do some research. And if children experiment or do things based on their own discretion, and parents and adults who are responsible are watching over that, then it's really not up to the 14-year-old to bastardize anything, you know. In other words, you ain't got no kids, bitch. You know, you don't have any children to worry about. You know, and you go and tell those parents about how gay their kid is and hate on them and talk to them and see what kind of a response you got. Why don't you and your mom, little boy, go door to door and find out who all the gay people are and really tell them how you feel? Or just continue to be a loudmouth like me, talking shit, and see what happens. You know, that's what I suggest for the 14-year-old guy. I mean, he's doing better than me. He's got his own show. He's got equipment. He's got a computer. I mean, it looks nice. It looks like Rush Limbaugh, you know, in that movie Benjamin Button or whatever, the guy that didn't grow. Another thing I want to talk about is President Barack Obama. I just signed up in a program with the president to donate $30 a month automatically. You know, automatically taken out of my account to go to the president. I don't have money, but I can come up and try to come up with $30 a month to make sure that when they make that swipe, that I'm automatic. Hey, look, Rush Limbaugh and them is finna give Mitt Romney $1 billion. We need $5 from you, straight out. You know.